It all started in a quiet neighborhood in Houston, Texas. The sound of cicadas filled the summer air as Michael, a 29-year-old man with calm brown eyes, carried boxes into the small apartment he shared with his new wife, Emily. Everything looked perfect on the outside. A young couple, freshly married, dreaming of a life together. But behind that perfect image, there was a storm that nobody saw coming. Emily's mother, Carolyn, was often around. She was only 47, but with her youthful face, pale skin, and elegant figure, people often mistook her for Emily's older sister. Caroline helped the couple a lot, especially when Michael lost his job for a few months. She cooked, cleaned, and sometimes stayed overnight. One evening, as Emily left for her night shift at the hospital, Caroline walked into the kitchen. Michael was sitting at the table, frustrated, staring at unpaid bills. She placed a warm cup of tea in front of him. "You look tired," Caroline said softly. Michael sighed. "Yeah, everything feels heavy these days." "You don't have to carry it all alone, Michael," she whispered, her hand brushing against his. That simple touch changed everything. Days turned into weeks, and Michael found himself drawn to Caroline in ways he couldn't explain. Emily noticed the strange tension, but she pushed it aside, blaming the stress of money and work. Until one night she came home earlier than usual. She walked into the living room and froze. There on the couch, Michael and Caroline sat too close, far too close for comfort. Their conversation stopped instantly when Emily entered. Her eyes darted between them, searching for answers. "What's going on here?" Emily's voice cracked, trembling with suspicion. "Nothing, sweetheart," Michael said quickly, but his voice was unconvincing. Caroline avoided her daughter's eyes, clutching her glass of wine tightly. From that night, nothing was the same. Michael and Caroline's secret grew darker. They began sneaking around, meeting in hotels on the outskirts of the city. Each time, guilt gnawed at them, but the desire kept pulling them back. Until finally, the unthinkable happened. Emily found out the full truth. She screamed, she cried, she begged. But instead of choosing his wife, Michael shocked everyone. He filed for divorce, and months later, he married Caroline, his own mother-in-law. The wedding was small, quiet, almost shameful. No family, no friends, just the two of them and a judge. Michael thought he had chosen love, but soon, reality hit him harder than he ever expected. People whispered behind their backs, neighbors stared, and Emily cut both of them out of her life completely. The guilt he thought he could run from, it stayed. One night, Michael sat alone in their new house, staring at Caroline across the table. He no longer saw the excitement, only the weight of what they had done. "Do you think we made a mistake?" he finally asked, his voice hollow. Caroline didn't answer. She just looked down at her wedding ring, her silence louder than any words. And in that silence, Michael realized the truth. This was not love. This was a prison of his own making. But the story didn't end there, because just a few months later, something happened that turned their forbidden marriage into a nightmare, far worse than either of them imagined.